What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to take a look at a very tall Argentinian heavyweight by the name of Luis Angel Firpo. Now, Luis Angel Firpo fought Jack Dempsey in 1923, which went down as one of the greatest heavyweight championship bouts of all times. Both men went down multiple times, but Jack Dempsey clearly went out of the ring, and that was the first time that has happened in heavyweight history. So let's take a look at Luis Angel Firpo's bouts leading up to the magnificent fight with Jack Dempsey. There you have Jack Dempsey and Bill Brennan. This fight took place in New York, December 14th, 1920. And Bill Brennan had this opportunity to face Jack Dempsey for the heavyweight championship of the world. Here you see it, I'm looking in the police cassette scrapbook. And you got Jack Dempsey and Bill Brennan. Jack Dempsey to your right, Bill Brennan to your left. And this fight took place in Madison Square Garden, 1920. And you got Jack Dempsey, let's go back up for a second, up against the ropes, actually sliding from side to side, and Bill Brennan trying to hard press Jack Dempsey. But Dempsey just taking his time, moving from side to side. And as you can see here, Jack Dempsey standing over the fallen foe, Bill Brennan. But this fight went 12 rounds, and Jack Dempsey successfully defended his heavyweight championship bout. Dempsey successfully defends his title. Like I said, this bout took place at Madison Square Garden. The champion knocked out Bill Brennan in the 12th round. So it was like a few seconds before the 12th round was over, the referee stopped the fight. Here you got Dempsey knocks out Bill Brennan in the 12th round. Championship beats. He beats down Chicagoan with terrific rights and lefts to the body and head. But the crowd surprised at the challenger's courage and disappointed at the champion's ineffectiveness in early rounds. So they were not happy that Jack Dempsey got the early knockout. The terrific body punching of champion Jack Dempsey at Madison Square Garden in New York, December 14th, 1920. Coupled with jolting teeth, cracking short arm blows, and a close but about the defeat of challenger Bill Brennan in the 12th round. Now I showed you that to show you the setup for the next fight I'm going to show you. Now here you have Bill Brennan and Luis Angel Firpo. You have Angel Firpo to your right, standing over the fallen foe, which is Bill Brennan. And Luis Angel Firpo was just waiting for Bill Brennan to get up, because at that time, the fighter who knocked down a fallen foe was not obligated to go back to a neutral corner. And as long as the fist or the knee was on the canvas, he was safe. But once either one of those were lifted up from the canvas, the fighter standing behind him can go right back and hit him in the head, the kidneys, the floating rib, the back of the head. Those were all legal at that time. Like I said, it was not obligated to go back to a neutral corner. There was no standing 8 count at that time. And as you see here, Luis Angel Firpo knocks out Bill Brennan, and he was taking a count. Luis Firpo looms as foreman for Dempsey's by his 12th round knockout of Bill Brennan. South American, was an outstanding fighter. Buenos Aires, which was in South America, with a series of frightful blows delivered against the spinal column at the base of the brain, Luis Angel Firpo of the Argentine Heriate of South America, Sportum, and an American fighter of parts knocked out. Now see, Bill Brennan was from Chicago, and that was very upsetting to this country, because here you have a fighter from overseas coming over to try to take Jack Dempsey's title. Referee Jack Appel had waved Firpo to his corner as soon as Brennan staggered forward and dropped on to his face. So here you have Amino Spoiler falls before mighty right of Louis Firpo. Now here you have Amino Spoiler. Can't go on anymore. Referee Lou Magnolia just looking at him. And you have Louis Firpo. He's getting close to that title opportunity. Firpo takes beating. This is a different fight. From winner, puts up a miserable exhibition. Argentine bull pugilistic days are numbered. To judge by his performance in Jersey against Newark Adonis. So this fight took place in Newark, New Jersey. Louis Angel Firpo, no longer the wild bull of the Argentine Panthers, climbed into the ring at the 1st Regiment. This is in Newark, New Jersey. Becoming a heavyweight champion of the world. In other words, he doesn't really have an opportunity anymore because he felt as though he had his days. This fight I wanted to show you. Firpo knocks out Spoiler. Now this is the fight I just showed you up here. In the 14th round, the winner varies. Louis has big weight advantage and finally lands right haymaker on the Italian Heavyweights Championship jaw. Now you can see here, Louis Angel Firpo had a 35-pound weight advantage against Amino Spoiler. And I just wanted to show you this here. The Italian heavyweight champion. Anytime a fighter came from a foreign country and you didn't know anything about that particular fighter, but you just say he came over from Italy or Spain or wherever he came from, Buenos Aires, it's very easy to say that he was the heavyweight champion of that particular country because there's no way of back tracing that. And that's what they did a lot with Primo Carnera and others, Jess Willard, because you really had no way of tracking that. And most of those fighters just couldn't fight. They built up their records. And when it's time to get the heavyweight championship out, they didn't last at all. But they would get that money made. And this is the situation here. So let's take a look at the fight between Jess Willard and Louis Angel Firpo, because that's what this fight was leading up to. Now here on the same card, you have Jess Willard fighting against Floyd Johnson, who was a pretty decent fighter at that time. Once again, Magnolia looking on. Here you have Jess Willard to your right and Floyd Johnson to your left. Willard to the right, Johnson to the left. Once again, Willard to the right, Johnson to the left. Looks like Willard is knocking Floyd Johnson over the head with a right hand, and Johnson goes down. Face first. Now you have Jess Willard waiting to see what happens with Louis Angel Firpo's bout. And here you have Firpo knocks his man out. Easy work. Louis Angel Firpo with a checkered robe. Now we're looking like we're getting much closer to the Jack Dempsey fight because Willard now has to face Louis Angel Firpo. So you can see here, Willard, Johnson, Firpo, McCarthy.